Welcome back to Manor Lords. We begin a brand new adventure, a brand new challenge, a brand new series. Good to be back. We're streaming and recording this, so whether you're watching this on Twitch live or the edited recordings over on YouTube, I hope you enjoy. We'll be aiming to release this on YouTube a fair few times a week, probably 3 or 4 uploads a week, and we'll probably be aiming to stream it a couple of times a week as well, so stay tuned for all of that. If you want to pick up the game, Games Planet, our lovely channel sponsor, have a 28% deal running until I think the 28th of June. If you're on Twitch, type !Manor Lords. If you're on YouTube, it'll be in the description. Feel free to check it out if you want to pick it up if you haven't done already. Obviously, the game is still in early access. It has had a few patches. Largely, though, these have been aimed at stability, balancing, and minor tweaking. No new content being added as such. But obviously, a lot of balancing, tweaks, and changes have occurred since I last played Manor Lords, which was on the kind of early access build of the game. It was the Press and Creator build. So I've not played on the latest build yet. So there's going to be a few things that are different, that are differently balanced than before. So as always, advice, tips, and tactics are greatly appreciated. Going to begin a new game. We're going to choose our portrait of this guy. He's a bit gruffer. We played as this guy before. We're going to go for this dude because we're going to be facing more raiders this time and a potentially more aggressive baron. We'll see how things work out. We'll keep with our custom banner of our logo there. Lovely stuff. We'll keep the name of Lionheart. So this is the kind of custom template and scenario I've set up. We started off by clicking on the edge scenario and then choosing challenging, and then I tweaked a few things. So I have re-enabled the baron for this scenario just because I wanted him present, because I think it's fun to have like a final showdown against him anyway. We've got him set to balanced aggressiveness, so it means he will press claims towards the player's region after they've run out of neutral regions to claim. So I think that's fair. Set the end game goal to domination, which is to eliminate all the other lords by claiming their territory. I was originally thinking of setting it to conquest, of claiming all the regions, but I think we'll leave it on domination because that still allows me to pick and choose when exactly we want to end things by claiming the baron's territory. So I think that's fine. The main kind of part of this challenge in this series was to create a very difficult, more challenging start and have that carry on through, which is why we've got frequent raiders, meaning that it'll probably be possibly less than a year between each raid, which is good. So we'll have a bit more fighting going on. We'll have 1 raider-free year, which will be very important, and we will need to make sure we focus on weapon production fairly early on, because we have also selected no armament delivery, which I think you previously got some armaments once you built 5 houses, a granary, and a storehouse. Starting season is winter, which will be very tough for us as well. We will need to build a granary straight away, as we did experiment a little bit with the settings and what have you, and found that if we didn't build a granary straight away, we would lose our starting supplies because they'd all get destroyed basically through winter, and then our people would be very unhappy and we'd end up probably all dying. So we need to get a granary out as quickly as possible. Standard starting supplies. We've got the King's Tax set to normal. By default on challenging, it does set it to double. But seeing as I've not interacted with the King's Tax feature because it didn't exist the last time I played the game, it's now a royal tax which is collected annually from each region with a settlement level of small village and above. The rate is 1 gold from the treasury per resident per settlement level. So we'll leave that on normal. That's fine. Armament delivery has said no. Balanced residential requirements, again, by default, challenging sets it up to demanding, but I think I've got enough things to deal with. So we'll leave that at balance. So the town will not grow if requirements are unfulfilled. That's fine for me. Approval is set to a medium penalty. Well placement is underground water. And we've got weather events set to difficult, which means droughts may happen in the summer. Thunderstrikes may cause fires. And rain instantly damages exposed supplies. So that should put a fair bit of pressure on us as well. So we're going to dive on in and begin. Probably won't see this on the edit, but we may re-roll our start a few times. I'm not looking to get better starting resources. I just want to ensure that we get a starting region that isn't close to where we started and played the vast majority of our previous Manor Lords Let's Play. I'm hoping that we'll get one of the other regions at the other end of the map, just so that we'll have a bit more variety in this start. So, without further ado, let our Manor Lords' adventure for survival begin. This looks promising. And here we are, finally. So this is our starting region, which is good. I'm happy with that. We're going to pause straight away. It's a very different region from where we played before. We played over in this region over here, and then took this region here, which we called Covington, and this one, which we called Isengard. So it looks like the Baron stays in the same location every single time, so he'll probably be looking to push out that way. There's bandit camps there and there, so we're surrounded by those two straight away. I did see someone say that you don't necessarily always want to take out the bandit camps, because that's the main way the Baron gains influence to claim other regions. So we might have to bear that in mind potentially. Obviously, if we don't clear the camp itself, they'll continue harassing us, I guess. But what have we got? So we've got our little starting tents here. It's not exactly where I probably would want to put my little village start. Well, I'd probably want to have it further back over here, but that's okay. What we'll probably aim to do is clear away this big group of trees. What I'd also like to try and do for the start of our village, or once we get set up, is actually build the center of our village in a circle and then try and build it out. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, we're going to go straight into winter, so we need to get those supplies into the granary. Otherwise, we will lose the bread in particular, and that's our only food resource to start with. We'll need to get hunting set up pronto. So what are our deposits like here? We've got an iron deposit. We've got a rich stone deposit. Okay. And, oh, we've got a rich berry deposit. That's great, actually. Although not great for winter because we won't be able to make much use of it. Where is there rich iron? There's rich iron over here. Oh, wow. We'll definitely want to go for that. That's good. Animals over here. Let's have a quick little look at what our fertility is going to be like. Probably not great. Every region of Manor Lords has strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. So Emma is the main wheat. Your starting region, though, usually doesn't have great Emma fertility. We don't have great flax. It's normally your starting region isn't great for farming. We've got some reasonable options for rye. So maybe have some rye fields over here. If we made this the center of our village and started here, that's fine. Some options for some rye over there. Where is the main farming land going to be? It's going to be over in Covington again. I think I might call that Covington again, just because I quite liked that, to be honest. So yeah, we will be able to grab that actually fairly early on as well. Potentially. Cool. That looks good. What's the fertility of the other regions that we had to start with? Yeah, not good over there. Not good over there. It's pretty much that and the Baron's territory over there. Yeah, he gets decent fertility. Right. Let's have a look at the opening message then. Victory condition dominance. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once the claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I'll unite these lands under my rule. So our Manor Lord's adventure begins. Yeah, we'll need food and supplies, especially in this tough start. Just get our opening few screenshots. Do this every so often, get some nice thumbnails for us as well. And in fact, I'm going to create a little save here for the start of it. There we go. Right. Let's get cracking. So I do want to try and build a circular start, which we could probably utilize out from here. Don't want to be a perfect circle, but I just wanted to have like the church in the middle and then like some of the marketplace right in the middle as a central hub. Maybe eventually put the tavern in there. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect going through these bits to start with, so it's going to be a bit wonky. So we're going to have to clear away some stuff later on probably to make our perfect village. But this will get us started at least. For those supplies, we're going to need to build a granary straight away. So we'll build stuff over here that we can always then knock down later on. A granary is 2 and 10 stone. But if we don't put stuff in there, we will lose. We will lose that starting bread. The rest of it, I don't think we need to worry about it getting damaged too much. So that's already taken up some. We'll need to get a logging camp going, which I'm going to have sort of set back there. And we'll get a road to it. Lovely. This is not going to be a particularly good circle, but I'm going to just try and make it as best I can. The fact that we're building this on the top of the hill is quite nice as well. I quite like that. We're building it at the top of the hill. We may end up rebuilding this circle a fair few times. I mean, if that wasn't there, that would be a reasonable-ish circle. Which I think I've got that bit going wrong there already. Welcome to Lionheart spends the next hour trying to build a nice circle. OCD will eventually kick it. Yeah. Well, I'm actually, it helps that we've got these, the gradient rings. Have they always been in the game? Or am I only just noticing them now? Oh, actually, also, this is the region I saw. I think it was Midgeman. He built his manor up on this hill and made it as like a lookout onto the road below, which I am totally stealing and going to build us a nice hilltop manor. Factorio flashbacks. Oh, yeah. The OGs know. Yeah, have that link in there for now. It's not pretty, but it will do to start with. We'll fill it out properly with a market. I don't know if I should I have some houses on the inner ring? Should probably build them all on the outer bit to start with. My idea is that I'll have like spokes, like almost like districts out from them. Messier, more realistic. Yeah, that's true as well. They wouldn't be able to do like perfect circles, so that's fine. I mean, it needs a bit more like this way. I really don't know how big to make that central bit. We can always pop houses inside. Probably better to start outside and then kind of go from there. But also, I like making disfigured villages, if that makes sense. I like making messy villages because that's far more realistic. And it's only the circle that I want nice and neat. Everything else is going to be a bit wonky and special. There we go. So I'm going to have that path there. We might loop some stuff through. Some extra roads. But that's going to like track us down there. So we'll have some of our first homes here. We've got the logging camp there. Something else I should think about as well is getting the hunting camp set up. Pop it right in there. Go. Upgrading that or getting another oxen early on is not a bad shout, to be honest. But I've also got to think about getting weapons. Where can I toggle the gradient lines out of interest? Right, I've got all that set up. Supply-wise, we've got the logging camp over there. What else are we going to need? Yeah, we're just starting right now. Trade early on is good. They got rid of the barter post, didn't they? You now do it all from the trading post. Just thinking what's the easiest way to make money. Probably getting them up to level 2, isn't it? Yeah, we've got all that built. Okay, let's get some houses going then. Not going to have enough for that, though. I've only got 4. May not be able to build a house just yet. Or any houses. Yeah, I want to make sure they've got backyard plots. So I'm going to think of doing an initial group of houses back here, then having a road behind them, and then more houses down to the back here. Have some big open ones down here with veggie patches. Oh, they only show up when you are in build mode, I think. We're in the road building mode. That's cool. Right, homelessness. Yeah, we definitely need to think about... weapon production soon. Because we should get a little message about the Raiders coming soon. Here we go. We have received reports of a band of raiders roaming nearby lands. Should we track their steps? Track their movement, or we'll be ready? No, track their movement so we know when they're going to arrive. We've got a year to prepare for raiders. Get that granary built. And then we get that bread in so we don't start losing it. Get that granary built.
Watch your head there.
I can still just sit and watch this game forever. It's the biggest problem. I could just sit and watch it and forget about playing it. Tips like, yeah, advice, tips and tactics, greatly appreciated. Go for it. Hot Pope. I've done one run of this game so far, but that was the pressing content creator build of the game when it first released, and I've not played it since. But now that obviously they've had a few patches, I'm coming back to it for another series where we're trying a more of a survival run with lots more raiders and the winter start and having no starting weapon supplies. So it'll all be about getting our weapons up and running early on. Right, you guys saying get 3 people in here straight away to get that bread in, which I think is a fair shout. I think also then setting the logging camp to the next highest priority would be good. Yep, so we've lost 5 bread so far, I think. Instantly with that little notification saying damaged goods. So yeah, everyone come in, grab the bread, grab a basket of bread each. So we've actually got some food. Because otherwise we're going to run out of supply. We'll need some firewood brought in. We'll need to get a storehouse up and running too. Logging. Oh yeah, we've got a logging camp already. Already going up over here. Is it even possible to get a more difficult start? I mean, we could set the... Oh, he came in. Good. The worker got there and picked up all the bread. Lovely. That'll sort that out. I mean, we could set the approval rating to be more demanding, which would be a bit more brutal. This is a fairly tough start for us. Got 9 bread. Did we lose the rest of it already? Running out of food. Ruh-roh. Oh, and this is the Baron saying hi. So they now have 1 month of food. Is it because we need a market to allow market setup? Yeah, we probably need a market stall, don't we, to distribute it. Ay. That's a pack station, a barter connection. Oh, so you still have barters, do you? Or is it you only need that now because it's not a bartering post? Or the pack station? I can't remember. I was trying to remember what I read about them, what they'd done with that. Because I know they changed it a little bit. It's all done out of the trading post now, or is it something different? I'm trying to think where I want the storehouse. Have you guys picked up some? I feel like you guys, someone's... Sure, I didn't lose all that bread. I'll drop you down to just 1. Where do I want the storehouse? Probably like up here. Just whack it in there, and then the resources can get put in there. Anyway, oh, is it firewood that are they also being destroyed? The firewood, maybe. Like, I can't see stone being damaged, but maybe the firewood is struggling a bit. They're gonna be homeless, but I mean, at least you should have some food. Okay, I got 9 food. Let's fast forward it a bit. So that logging camp. Get 2 people in there. Don't need firewood until we get houses. Okay, yeah. That's fine, because I'm not going to have houses just yet. So I'll probably build a firewood maker next. And then once we've got a little bit of that built up, then we can start doing burgage plots. Because we've lost all that firewood. But we managed to save some bread this time. I believe the trading post, you make money between towns through goods. Pack stations only trade for goods still. Oh, okay. So if you do it through a trading post, you can trade between 2 different regions, and they'll do it for gold rather than having to barter with items. Yes. Seeing as I said I wanted to specify a specific work area, you're right. Would be better to just tell the logging camp to work within this little bit here, which is where we want the trees gone from. So that's all good. That leaves 2 families to do some bits and pieces. We don't actually need anyone working in the storehouse, do we? I also don't think we need anyone working in the pantry. In the granary. If I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember all this now. Now it's well and truly winter. Put one person there to go collect the stone, I guess. They're now working on the hunting camp, getting that built. Don't know when there'll be an update. I mean, so there've been some like small little patches, and then there was like a major patch a couple of weeks ago, which is primarily what I'm playing on right now. Mainly all balancing fixes, tweaks and changes, stability bits and pieces. I imagine it'll probably be like another couple of months before we see a kind of a substantial content update for the game as such. But I know that is, from what the dev said on Twitter and what have you on Discord, that's kind of where he wants his focus to be now that they've focused on making the game stable and a bit more balanced. Now he can kind of get back into the dev cave and start working on new features and content. Yeah, you're transporting the stone. That's fine. Not enough supplies. It's fine. Right, is the hunter's camp built? Yes. Okay. Let's get 2 working in there. Because once he's brought the stone back, we don't need anyone working in there either. At least not yet. There we go. So what I'm going to do with you is get a woodcutter's lodge. I think I like having it around the back here. Not tweak it that way. Not quite. There we go. I didn't uproot any trees. This game update automatically. Yeah, it updates automatically unless they announce that there's a new beta that you can opt into. But yeah, if you just have it running through Steam, obviously, then it'll just automatically update. We are running out of food. Yes, I am aware. But not much I can do about that. We've got to get our hunters out and about. They're already hunting though, so that's good.
Can I stay where there's drink?
Okay. We've set an animal limit of 10. So at least this should provide some food through the winter. Time to start thinking, well, soon about some plots. Obviously, our approval rating is suffering because of homelessness. The wooden church, we'll need some planks. We'll need the rest of the stone form. We're going to have the church. Top of the hill, I think probably like sat there. And then actually, what I might... I'm trying to think where I want the marketplace. I want it really central. I might make a little circle within it and have a marketplace right in the center. What if I could do a little... Because then I could have some houses splitting off it as well. Bandits appear before raiders, or with you the 1-year fix. We've got the 1-year fix for raiders, which is what we've got tracking down on the left. But there are bandits already, bandit camps. But they won't come and attack us. They'll just stay put and potentially ravage our supplies, of which we have very little already, which is, you know, just great. We need to get that berry deposits worked on next. Clay deposit right near the animals. That is unfortunate. There's not a lot of clay there, but I might just import some. We'll get loads of stone from here, though. So that's good. But we'll make sure we go for that once we've got deep mining so that it's unlimited. Yeah, let's see if we can do
Give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in its place. Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in its place.
Ugh. That's going to get rid of all of it. That's the annoying thing. I need to slap it down in lots of small sections. It'll do. Yeah, it'll do is very much the mantra here. I won't be able to get that church in there, but it's fine because I need to redo that little bit of path anyway. And we've got food for 2 months because we've got some meat coming in, so that's good. Right, get someone working in there. Drops. Keep you on the logging camp, but drop someone off the hunting camp because we've got loads of food there. And then... oh, well, okay, that was that whole patch. Ruh-roh. There we go. Oh crap, is that going to be my whole circle? Great.
Snow's pretty all when it falls. Hell if it ain't just pissing mud for 10 minutes.
It's going to be more like an egg. Eggington. Actually, we haven't decided what the name for our village is going to be yet. Suggestions, please. Yeah, there we go. That'll fit.
Tomorrow, find a new home.
There we go. That's where we're going to have our market, at least. What I'm thinking, though, rather than just being also... I wonder if I should also have, like, it... Do you reckon we should do it crisscross like that as well? And then pop the marketplace into each quadrant? Or should we just have one big circular one? I mean, I think I'd be tempted to put the hitching post right in the middle and move it there. Eventually. One big circle, you guys say? Kind of does look cooler, doesn't it? I mean, I'm just looking at the hitching post options. It's going to take up a lot. We didn't make it much bigger. Let's, for now, just go full-on marketplace. There we go. We're like that. Oh, look at that. Supply and demand. I forgot that pops up. So from here, we will need some some spokes in. Let's do that for now. Because then actually we could build some houses around it rather than putting them down there. We can still have houses here, but we'll make this more of our veggie patch. So we can have our first houses in here. We want the church up here. We probably want to put the tavern in eventually as well. Oh, yeah, you guys did suggest a good name last time, actually. Winterhold. I like it. Welcome to Winterhold. Right. We've got some firewood. They're making some market stalls. Lovely. It's a Pokeball now. Yeah. There we go. It begins. It begins. Our adventure to survive winter has begun. Right. We need to get some houses in to get more people coming. They've got a family. They've got a market stall. I always kind of wonder, like, should we have like the granary? Is that for them to bring stuff from the outer bits in to make it more central? And then should we just have them have the granary be the ones set up market stalls right now? Or should we let the individual like resource industry bits be the ones set up stalls? So I was be tempted to pop someone in here and then let them run the stall and distribution. But like, would they go to the granary to grab that? That's what I don't quite understand yet. Need to get my head around. They've got that up and running. I think it's safe for us to start building some houses. So let's get some here.
Why do I have to carry this alone? Can I stay where the street?
That ensures backyard plots for 1, 2, 3 of them. Always go between, but you default to the granary workers only. What? So you make it so that the granary workers are the only ones that set up market stalls. So you stop the. I don't feel understand that part either. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ideally, I'd like to do is just have it so the granary are the ones to make the market stalls, so that the resource gatherers like the berry huts and the hunters don't waste any time having to go and man the stall to sell it. It's all done through the granaries. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can always take that away, can't we? Or we can rotate. Placement, but that doesn't really help us out much, does it? It's just that one that doesn't get any. I wonder if I change it so that the front facing is here. Does that work any better for us? Nope. That gives them a tiny little backyard area like over there, there, and there. That is just, I mean, it would be the most practical, but that's grim. What about that then? I don't know if that will do it any better. Oh. Yeah, maybe let's just try and do that to there. And then take away one house. Will that give them enough for a backyard? It would like that, but wouldn't necessarily be practical, would it? Okay, let's see. What if we can just do... Well, it's like if it goes a little bit further, it would have enough for it. I mean, if they don't have a backyard bit, those could be eventually the ones we upgrade to be like tailors and stuff. So that wouldn't be awful. It's just early on we don't really want that. So let's try this through to there. We don't get enough backyard plots, do we? If I do that, we get 2. Still need a backyard. Oh, do we need the backyard bit for... Oh, right. You have to upgrade it. We could just do 2 houses. They both have backyard plots that way. I think that's what we've got to maximize right now. Out from the center. That lets them have one. Let's have them have one. That does... That's actually quite good because it gives them backyard plots and also both expansion. Well, that does it the same that way. Let's have the houses, yeah, coming out with the backyards over here. Yeah, let's do that. That'll do for that bit. And then... see what we can fit in here. Okay, that would be one big plot, but it would have a backyard bit to it. So let's do that. That's 3. We need to think about... We need to have 4, don't we? No, 5 rather. Ooh, that's fancy. Look at that. There's some big plot that gives them all a backyard plot. 2 of them further expansion. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Then the church can go over here. Maybe have the tavern up there as well. Let's do that. Let's do that. It'll be weird and wonderful. And it'll be home. It'll be Winterhold. Yeah, weapon production is going to be the first thing we need. Just think about, we need to do gold though, don't we? So we need to get them up to tier 2 to start generating us some gold. That's the thing. I think I'm gonna struggle. Oh, yeah, water. Derp. They don't even. We haven't even given them the water. Where is the water well? Okay, we got water running through here. Pop it. It's gonna have to go here, isn't it? Either that or the water well sits up here. Probably want it fairly central. Like there's the best spot for it. I just need the houses to be built so these guys... Yeah, I'll wait till I can destroy that, then I can put it there. Water right by the stables. That'll be fine, right?
Have you marked the joists for the rafters already?
They're at their limit of what I'll let them harvest, but that's fine.
Gotta smooth that beam over there.
That's a nice amount of firewood right now you've got. I'd always be tempted to say we don't need you right now. But we will need you to start spreading stuff out once we need to Need you on the stalls. They're clearing that nicely, so we can have more things coming out from it. Then they can start working through the forest here, I think, up towards the berries. We'll clear all of this up next. Let's fast forward it. Watch the village come alive, hopefully. Can you imagine when they start adding cholera such as disease to wells? Yeah. I need leather and a church to get them up to tier 2. Okay, well, we'll have the leather from the hunting camp, so that's fine. We need to build a tannery, though, won't we? That's why we want goats for a supply of hides. Around Ling Village. Well, we're having a central circle and then like spokes out from it, but we're not making it all like perfectly circular. It's just the start. I want a nice central circular hub, which I think is working out pretty well for us.
Is it me? Or is that hinge a bit stiff? I think the window should go over there.
There we go. Cold. Yep, that's fine. What do you require? Well, you need water access and church access. Yep. Well, we're going to build a church there soon. TM. Production of warbow. Fletcher's workshop warbows. Joiner's workshop, production of wooden parts and shields. What do we need for spears then? Ah, there we go. Blacksmith's workshop. We need a bit of gold for that. And what do we need? What do we need to produce spears? Do we need iron for that? Warbows, we just needed planks, didn't we? Anybody know? Do you need iron and planks for spears? Needs iron ore, bloomery to make iron. Oh, okay, so it's going to be archers then that we go for to start with, because they're the most straightforward. Getting warbows. At least for that, we need to just upgrade the bowshot. We don't need any gold to create Fletcher's workshop.
Pass me the hammer, will you?
I'm wondering if we want the Fletchers in their own separate bits to have these. If we want these with chickens, I'll probably have the next one chicken. So these would be our Fletchers, to be fair.
Step right up and sample.
Right, living space +5. Yeah, wait for them all to be built. You've got fuel. That you don't have clothing because we need leather. That is A-okay. Woodcutter's hut. Okay, that's fine.
Me and me own.
Surely it'll start being brought here. Yeah, that's fine. We've got another house up and running. Good, good. We can expand the living space if we needed to. Upgrade to level 2. Generates 1 regional wealth per family per month.
I do hope we have enough room to finish this building. It's been most embarrassing to run out halfway through.
Yeah, let's upgrade that because we've got loads of timber already. Spears of the blacksmith.
Can I stay where the drink?
It's got there. Joiner's workshop are the shields. Yeah, we'll just go Fletcher's. But we will need some planks for that. Which we'll need the saw pit. But we are going to need to probably focus on getting the church soon. Because we need to increase our approval rating to get people to join us. Oh, but for that we will need planks. Cool. Okay, right. Saw pit then. Where is it? Saw pit time. Whack it in there. Then we've got like wood alley, log cutter, wood cutter, and saw pit. Yeah, drag that log through there. Yeah, I was thinking about getting another, or upgrading this when we've got some, so a small save, and then getting another ox early on. It does help production, but it just means we've got less money to play around with the things like eggs and stuff. But I don't think it's going to be
If I have to spend another winter
something we
in this barn,
worry about too much. We're nearly out of bread, but we got plenty of meat coming in, at least at the moment. And then spring is next month, so we'll be able to get berries going from there. If in doubt, whack it in Wood Alley. Giggity.
that axe really needs some sharp.
Why would you guys join my village? It looks cold out there. I mean, it does look cold out there. It's very cold, but look at these lovely new houses I'm building for you all. Now that's new build quality you can trust. The Winterhold guarantee. Come on, it'll be a lovely place in a few years' time, I'm sure. Yeah, lovely views. Lovely views across the fields. Ignore the fact that your neighbours are a bloodthirsty baron. And you'll be all right. Don't worry about it. What's our affordable price? 450k. Right now it's probably a packet of turnips and some eggs, to be honest. Build me a house worthy of Mordor. Yeah, getting the whole water supply is in there is going to be a big thing. Let's just fast forward. Let's get those houses built, then I can get rid of that homeless tents.
Check that doorway's width so
We built one extra house, plus we've upgraded this one with more living space, so more people can live here, which is good because we need more families to come. But they ain't going to come anytime soon because they're cold and they're homeless. But market food variety +1, yay!
Who approved this construction plan? A blind man or a
Bread and meat. Family member joins one of the settlers. Nice. I think with all the logs we've got, we can take someone off there to give another family, another person free for the saw pit, and then we can put someone into the saw pit. Get more population, you need to have enough empty bow spots, and approval needs to be above 50. Yep, I know. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Pass me the hammer, will you?
The winter snows at last are thawing. It's looking pretty good. Okay. There shouldn't be any more homeless. Oh, look, the camp's gone. Good. Which means we can finally build the well. Well. There. Let me start getting some Fletchers. How many Fletchers? I mean, we can always export additional warbows, can't we?
Careful with that beam there.
Yeah, Arch Militia. Yeah, I know. I've not actually created it because... Well, okay, no, I mean, I have created it, but we need 36 warbows. I mean, I could disband it. Any mercenaries about? Oh, there are some for hire. Just brigands, though. No, we can't afford the rest. Oh, we could get those Battle Brothers. They only cost 50 up front at the end of each month for service. So we could hire them, I guess, as the raiders come. We might have to be fair. How many raiders tend to come? Well, it's all going pretty well so far. I'm a bit worried. It's 274 seems like we've lost a lot of time already and not gained any warbows. So yeah, we need to get a wiggle on. We'll need clothing, won't we? We are now a small village. Huzzah! What do we want to go for first? Aye. Twitch chat have voted for forest management, doubling the capacity of our berry deposits as our first one. So that's what we'll do. So we now have a total capacity of 256 berries. Lovely. Berries were quite good in our first run. So we'll do that for now. Probably go for charcoal burning next, or maybe trade. Kind of depends on what we need. How many planks have we got? None, because I don't think the saw pit is built. Yeah, last house going in there. Previous effect. So hopefully it will start trending up. Well, we need to get more food variety, and we need the church, really.
Pass me the hammer, will you?
Disease. Uh-oh. People suffering disease will stop working. Access to herbs might speed up recovery. Berry diet increases resistance. Oh, no. Oh, he's not feeling very well.
Is this smooth enough?
For a minute, I was like, is that his hair or is that like a flat cap? Right, well, I think for those watching on YouTube, this will probably be the end of our first episode. But what better way to end than with a little walking tour through our village of Winterhold. So here's the lovely market. We'll be clearing more space in time. Lovely firewood stall. Lovely food stall. Some nice meats and some fresh breads. The breads aren't fresh. They've been here for, well, at this rate, like 3 months or so. Lovely houses. Wonderful. Don't go near that house. The chap. Oh, no, don't go near that. The chap, he's unwell. He needs to go into his house. Excuse me, sir. Please go into your hovel. He's unwell. There we go. You go rest up, mate. Feel better soon. Lovely views. Let's go wander through here, I think. Take a little shortcut. Have we got the... Oh, look, they're building the well at last. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good, good, good. And we got our granary and storehouse over here. Did he just say something about someone spitting something in his face and then carving him a new nipple? My oh my. the logging camp. And then down in Wood Alley, we've got the saw pit being built. And the woodcutter, who seems thrilled with his lot in life. So there we go. For those watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the first exciting episode of our brand new Manor Lords survival run in Winterhold. Until the next one, take care. Ciao for now.